Next, we will hear from Steve Delory, a restaurateur from Warwick. Steve?
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Cruz. I don't normally get involved in all this stuff, you know. I work hard. I go to work every day, but I follow politics. The news is always on the TV in my restaurant, and it's just gotten pretty frustrating. I grew up in Rhode Island. My entire family were Democrats. You know, it was just the way to go, because that's the way it was. Everybody was a fireman, a policeman, a city worker. We followed the unions, and that's what we did. And it was just like, that's the way you went. And in recent times, they've left us. The days of John F. Kennedy and the Civil Rights Movement and the First Amendment and all that's going by the wayside. We're not them anymore. The Democrats of Gina Raimondo, they're all out for themselves. It's all about power, and they're hurting the little guys. And I've experienced it in the last couple of weeks more than ever. She says, think outside the box. First, I knew the pandemic is sad. I get it, but so is it 287 overdoses in a year in Rhode Island. The 200 something murders in Providence. You know, there's other issues. And I know this is bad, but is it a coincidence that only the blue states are still open? I mean, still closed, and the red states are open and doing well, mind you. Ms. Raimondo plans on keeping this going on for as long as she can. She got her 1.25 billion, and now she's looking for another one. Now she's looking for another, another paycheck, and it's gotten out of hand. When she first said restaurant owners are going to have to think outside the box in order to survive, and I had many of my friends all close. They just shut it down and said, the heck with it, I'll wait till it's over. But they were in business for many years. You know, they don't have a mortgage. They can do that. I struggled to stay open. Fortunately, Lent was in season, so Friday nights and Wednesday nights got me through. After Lent, I said, what am I going to do now? So I opened up a little farmer's market in front of the restaurant. I had the best weekend I ever had. Paid by payroll, kept all my employees going. City come in that Monday morning, shut me down. They said, you got to go in the basement. It's like having a yard sale in your basement. Like they told me to go inside. You know, who's going to stop at a yard sale if they can't see them? So I closed the restaurant for a couple of weeks, and then they said, so I said, let me come up with another idea. I had a takeout window in my restaurant that allowed me, it was grandfathered in, to do takeout. So I could bypass that little reservation, take your temperature, the whole thing. 3 days in a row I had building inspectors there. Cost us over $20,000 to serve outside. And now I'm told, and I didn't have it. Fortunately, I got a brother that can help me out, but then they come back and tell me, if she opens up the inside next week, even at half capacity, the fire department still has to count my seats, so I got to clear out the parking lot because I need those parking spots, even though I don't need them. So how's that helping small business? I was closed for 2 weeks, spent $20,000 to open up in my parking lot, 12 little tables. If I go back inside, I got to swallow that, get rid of all that. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Also, she can get a spot on Joe Biden's cabinet, or get another more money from FEMA. It's absurd. And what I've learned in the last couple of months over the way the state of Rhode Island's run, it's unbelievable. The mayor and the building inspectors, the last conference we had, I had said she needs to put out a blanket proposal to the state. What is it, 36, 37 different municipalities here? And every one is different. So she can take a nice photo up and say, I'm going to open up the restaurants. And that's all good. Everybody gives her applause. But if she don't tell all the different cities and towns to follow by the rules, they never relaxed any licenses, permits, any of the regulations. You know, we just have to, we go like business as usual in each town. So we're all suffering. I had to put up cement barriers, you know, thousands of dollars to get a backhoe. It was insane what they made me do. But she looked good, saying, let's just open up the parking lots. Now, after doing all that, hey, come on, let's open up inside. It's insane, and it's all political. Every bit of this is political. I feel terribly bad for the people who suffered through this pandemic, but we're suffering. I mean, we've worked our whole lives to stop businesses, and yes. I mean, this is my, I mean, I don't know if anybody knows my history, but I was a recovered alcoholic. I am a recovered alcoholic, and I spent half my life screwing up. Now the last 6 years, I had nothing. I bought a restaurant, I got my whole life back, and now they're going to take it away from me. Why? So she can get an appointment, or they can, because they hate Donald Trump so much that they're willing to sacrifice our lives just to beat him.
That's right.
And it's not going to work anyway, it's backfiring. These people that are supposed to be so intelligent, they can't see that they're shooting themselves in the foot. It's insane, and it's hurtful. I mean, I can fight, but it takes a village. I got a sign. I've given out over 5,000. When this started, I had first when they closed the schools, before they closed business, they closed the schools, and I started a campaign. What can I do to give back? And I give out free lunches every single day to the families who have to homeschool, do all this stuff. And I got a sign. The slogan is, "It takes a village."
Amen. Amen.
And it takes a village, not only to raise a child, it takes a village to fight the system.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And we can't be the only, you know, dozen people in this room to stand up and fight them. Everybody's laying down like sheep. Oh, they said that's the way it is, so we gotta stay home. They've brainwashed us into like, we'll give you a $600 check, and you stay home and do as you're told. What's next?
That's right.
They took history out of the schools.
That's right.
You know why they took American history out of the schools? Because they don't want you to know where we came from, what we stood for, why we came to this country, to get away from what they're doing to us right now.
That's right.
That's where the United States started from. So I guess I run a little long. I'm going to have to get my own show. Thank you for your time, but